Welcome to boxing and BS. Gloves up. Miles running. Put that heart to the test. West side drip. Old coach saying bend, don't flinch. Hand wraps hanging like gang flag. Mitts pop, then we half laugh. Heard you legendary on the timeline. In real life, you just hashtag. They bet bread on a big bark. Phone out, trying to make a clip spark. You post rounds, we post rounds. One gets views, one hits jaws. Welcome. Yes, where the sweat, right truth on your chest. Run your mouth, then you better run your legs for the bell ring out and you meet that. Still walk. We skip rope for the TikTok. We skip rope to the lights dark. Big chain, but your chin weak. All cap, you just big tweets. Shadow box in the Gucci belt. Before quick when the leather felt. We got bruise bags, split lips. Real love in the rough gym. Trash talk, then we touch fists. Same one swinging, gon' hug quick. That's culture, that's contrast. Real skill, not a fake stat. West side where the smoke at. We mix jabs with a loud laugh. Welcome to boxing and BS, where the hands speak louder than the flex. All that talk, better back it when you step. Cause in this ring, we don't care about your reps. Welcome to boxing and BS, where the sweat, bright truth on your chest. Run your mouth, then you better run your legs for the bell ring out and you meet that test. All bark, say less. It's in the ring. We gon' see who blessed. Crowd loud. Heartbeat in your chest. Welcome to the test. Welcome to boxing and BS. Welcome to boxing and BS. Welcome to boxing and BS.
Yo. Back again like I never left. It's only been 12 hours. You see, I'm trying to go in. I appreciate y'all pulling up. See people following the building. Had a couple in the chat. Go homegirl Kalia. We'll get to that. She says Jamal Charlo rather. Yeah, the big Charlo for the win. Hey, we're gonna talk about it. We'll get there. Let's let it marinate. My homie J Will, what up? What up with you? So I see people are excited to talk about this possible, who Canelo's next possible opponent is going to be, and that's what I'm going to lead off with. But I'll take a deep breath. I'm kind of proud of myself. 2 lives within the span of 12 hours. So yeah, we're going in, man. We're going to be way more consistent over here. I promise y'all that, and I'm following through with action. You don't got to believe me. Look at my actions. So that's what we're going to do, champ. Shout out to Rob the Barbarian for pulling up with the Cash App last night. That was much appreciated. I'm going to mention it, especially since I just started it, literally last night, displaying the Cash App at the bottom of the screen, $ CJ Rich 2026, if you feel so inclined. Anything is appreciated, but y'all just being in the building, liking and subscribing, and just watching my shit is important. So never the intimate. But hey, if you feel like you want to support the kid, feel free to do so. But okay, enough with the intro. We're going to start talking about Canelo and his next possible opponents. Looking like he's definitely going to kick back till September. That's the Canelo Day, the Mexican Independence Day. Cinco de Mayo is definitely not going to happen. It's just a couple weeks out. So yeah, we're talking about a possible September opponent for your boy Canelo. And we got a list of names I've seen thrown around lately. So we're going to go through those one by one. And really, I would want Lester Martinez to be it, but I don't think that's feasible. He just did the pro box thing, and shout out to him. I like him as a fighter, but you don't go straight from pro box to Canelo. Or maybe you do, because Canelo has necessarily been challenging himself outside Bud past 5 years. I'm glad he took the fight. He showed heart, but yeah, it didn't turn out in his favor. So maybe he's looking to go back to where the Munguias type of things. These guys. So anyway, let's get started. That's 5 minutes. Um, and Billy. And Billy is the first name we're going to discuss. Now, do I think first of all we're gonna do two things? Oh, y'all let me know if the StreamYard. I think I pinned the StreamYard. Anyone wants to pull up at any time, feel free. But I proved last night that I could cook solo. So either way. But yeah, I believe the StreamYard is in there. I'm gonna drop it one more time. Just. But yo, I want to speak on M. Billy. First of all, we're gonna analyze all these possible opponents. Criteria. Firstly, do I think it is that the fight will happen? And then how do I see it playing out if it does? Okay. So, and Billy. The muscle bound man, right? He'll engage, right? So he's not gonna do what little Charlo did and dance about for payday. I can't see that happening. I mean, he has a lot of pride, when he comes to fight. Not the most skilled fighter, especially with the footwork. He's kind of slow in general to me. But he would definitely bring the fight. Now, do I see it happening? Not. I don't think. Well, see, I'm viewing it like what would be lucrative, and then what would Canelo likely do. I don't think he's gonna proof after what he just threw. I don't think he's gonna be open, to get the biggest challenge. I think he wants to showcase to reestablish himself, so we can have his career play out the way he would like. So, in Billy, possible. I'd say let me give that a 30% likelihood of happening. But I don't. That's not my leading candidate. Sorry, y'all, for the interruption. Not my leading candidate. He would bring the fight. Canelo would beat him decisively. Might stop him, even though he's a big dude. He's there to be hit. So Canelo might actually be able to get another stoppage if he that route of Billy. Who else are they talking about? They're talking about your homeboy, or Turkey's homeboy rather, Hamza Shiraz. Bigger, a bigger guy, right? Height wise. So that would pose certain challenge to Canelo. I feel the reach, and I think he's a skillful boxer. That might actually be some trouble. That might pose some trouble for Canelo. I really like 98. Arguable whether he be Adamas or not, but he was in it. It was a draw isn't out of the question. Right? It was just a great fight. But in his dimensions, I do think that would pose trouble for Canelo. So even less likely he would take that. I'll give that a 10% likelihood of actually happening. And if it did, I could see Shiraz pulling off a decision. I know the homie Serrata is going to agree with that, but I really think that that Shiraz could beat him on the scorecards. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong. That's how I see that playing out. Okay, so they're talking about Charlo. The bigger one, obviously, because he already defeated the other one in embarrassing fashion. So inactivity is his biggest handicap in this situation. So okay, let's back it up. Do I think it'll happen? I actually do think that is likely to happen. Canelo has been fucking with BBC, WBC for a long time, serving him up a lot of it like that. So I think this is actually probably the most feasible for big Charlo and Canelo to lock up in September. The green print. What they say when the black fighter, and I'm not making it racial. Y'all heard it before. When the black fighter gets with the Mexican fighter, that shit was gonna sell. So due to the inactivity, the big name, the notoriety, the PBC association, that they both share, I could definitely see that going down. Let me put 55. So that should tell you like that's the most likely I see so far. Maybe even 60% chance of happening. I think they will lock horns. I'm thinking about this in real time with y'all. It's coming off the top of the dome. Ain't no script. I got the topics I want to talk about, but ain't no script with this shit. So yeah, I think that's the most likely one out of the people I named so far. So let's back it up before I move on to the next possible opponent. I named Billy. Like I said, like 30% chance because he's not dangerous. Shiraz, 10% chance of happening because he could actually pull it off. He could pose a lot of trouble stylistically for your Canelo. And then a 55 to 60% of Big Charlo be in this line. Storyline right there. Big Bird, I mean, twins, to get revenge for the defeat of the smaller brother. So yeah, I think that's the most feasible. And last, well, let me take a quick before I move on. Take a quick moment to acknowledge the chat. Terrible Tony 206. I don't think I've seen you in here before, fam. Maybe I had. Actually, you look a little familiar. Maybe I've seen you over on another channel. Little intermission. Pause for the cause. Y'all like and subscribe to the channel. Please, and spread the word because I'm just a real fan giving real boxing talk. I'm not anybody special. I'm one of y'all, so I don't try to put myself above anyone. I just decided to start my channel, and I've been getting a surprising amount of support. So I'm going to lean into it. Like I said, I was just live 12 hours ago, and we going in once again. So again, and feel so inclined. I'll probably put the QR code up for an next stream tonight. But $CJ20 if you feel you want to contribute monetarily, but it's not a requirement by any means. The homegirl Kalia. Hi everyone. Yeah, salute Kalia. You back in the building. I know you said that you got Charlo. I want you to elaborate on that if you don't mind. How do you see Charlo pulling that off after much inactivity? That's the main thing I see. I could do a stylistic breakdown. I'll dig deeper into it later on, but no, I think that's that one factor because I've seen it happen again and again. Watching boxing since late '80s, inactivity can be a killer. So, well, that's what happened to your boy Keith Thurman. Not only the age and the injuries, but I think inactivity also had a lot to do with it. And he put up a courageous effort. Yeah, I mean, all props out to him, but I do think being off so long at that age, I don't know how I could help them. So, in any event, back to regular scheduled program. Canelo's opponents. We talked Billy, we talked Shiraz, we talked Big Charlo, and last but not least, what do I got in here? The winner, the possible, the winner, possibly rather, of Jaime Munguia and Resendez. Now that might also be right up Canelo's alley because not only did he already beat Munguia, right, but I don't think Resendez could fuck with him. And yeah, I don't want to say a soft touch, but he's not going to take two losses back to back. You feel me? That's why I say Shiraz won't happen because that's too risky. So given all that, given Canelo's history, I'm say either Charlo or Resendez should he pull it off, and I think he will beat Munguia. I've never been impressed by Munguia. He seems very basic to me, not hard to figure out. But someone with any decent boxing IQ. So I'm gonna say Charlo or Resendez. That's where I'm landing on it with it right now. After we went through all those four options. So yeah, man, that's where I'm at with it. Okay, but we got a lot more to talk about. Oh, did they even drop it? Feel free to hit the link. Otherwise, I'm gonna keep coming in the building. I appreciate y'all. What other topics did I want to go to? Y'all forgive me. Holy, had to say adverse findings, right? Adverse findings with his drug test. So unfortunate. I'm consistent across the board. Anyone who's testing positive, I'm not passing out passes. I'm not trying to hear any excuses. It's just you didn't pass. So I'm gonna treat it all the same. So it's not, to let y'all know, even though I have my takes sometimes, never like in boxing, not racially motivated, man. It's just Ryan Garcia pop, fuck him. Okolie pop, fuck him. Anybody. Jarrell Miller pop, fuck him. So I know people want to paint a narrative like I'm playing favorites, but that's one thing I don't do. I'm like philosophical with my shit. So it's got to be consistent across the board. And I call a lot of people out for that shit. And I'm sorry y'all don't like it, but I demand, I'm a 42-year-old man. I mean, if you can't be intellectually honest with yourself and with other people and be consistent and not like fucking play depending on if you're a motherfucker or not, then fuck you. That's not manhood shit, man, in my opinion. That's just a little sidebar. But no, man, be consistent. Don't say, oh, I like this person, so he can say this, but I don't like this person, so F him, saying the exact same thing. I think y'all know who I'm talking about. Well, a few people actually. But hey, fuck it. They ain't pulling up over here. Out of sight, out of mind. But no, that's just a general principle I stand by. I always try to be consistent. So if you're popping, if you're dirty, I know it could be sometimes, oh, it's contaminated, whatever, but it's easier for me just to say, fuck them. You know, that's strike against anybody. The rest don't matter if I like your fighting style. That matters. You popping out here and a combat sport, those obviously are on the line. That's it. Anyway, why'd I bring? Oh yeah, because Lawrence Okolie popped. So he had a fight coming up, but obviously it's going to get canceled because he owns some bullshit. Let me look up the details. So I'm not speaking ignorantly, but I did hear that he popped. Dirty. Let's see here. I'll rely on my good friend AI Gemini. Let's see. As of April 21st, 2026, Lawrence Okolie has been labeled. Hold on, let me actually share this with y'all. I'm not alone in this. Get it up. We'll go through it together. No time. Boom, pop. Give me a moment. Okay. I gotta change my. Okay, y'all can see it now. There we go. So let's read through. As of April 21st, 2026, aka today, Lawrence Okolie has been labeled dirty due to a failed anti-doping test and a long-standing reputation for excessive clinching in the ring. Well, those are two different issues. That's funny as hell. Blah, blah, blah. Okolie, yeah, that was the opponent. Okolie's scheduled heavyweight bout against Tony Yoka in Paris was canceled after he returned an adverse finding from VADA. His response. Okolie attributed the finding to medical treatment for a recent elbow injury and stated he is cooperating with authorities to clear his name. AKA, he was trying to recover faster, so he took something that could accelerate that process. My opinion. Again, maybe I'm the pessimist, but fuck them, across the board. Potential sanctions. Unless clear, the 33-year-old British boxer could face a ban of up to 4 years. God damn, 4 years. That's OD. I mean, I don't like it, but didn't they give your boy Ryan just 1 year? Anyway, I wish it was consistent. Again, I'm the man that demands consistency. Let's keep rocking out. Dirty. Okay, so it's a different. Okay, we'll leave it there because you're just talking about a dirty style where he's clinching. That's not the topic of conversation. So for right now, I'm gonna leave that there. But y'all heard it. Up to 4 year ban. Wow, that's surprising. I never heard of that that severe of a ban for a one-time pop. But again, I guess they just play favorites. He's not the cash cow that Ryan is, so they throw him under the bus. Fuck it. The game is dirty. Business is dirty. Not just boxing. Business across the board is dirty. So cool. Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to make an example out of him, I suppose, to say that anyone cheating in a combat sport where you could kill your opponent, and we've seen some ladies recently, just spoke on it last night, Shadeja Green and the young Hispanic girl in Pro Box had to get medical treatment after their fights. So shit ain't a game, man. It's nothing to play with. Understand, you want to maximize your chances of being successful, but at the expense of someone else's health and their longevity of life. I can't I can't fuck with it, dude. So anyway, I'll stay consistent on that. Y'all can play favorites. Moving on, we got Ortiz, your boy at 154, Victor Ortiz, with the arbitration between him and Golden Boy set for July, I believe. And I'll pull that one up too. Share this one. Yes, indeed. So let's read through this. I took a peek earlier, but I didn't read the whole article. It says Virgil Ortiz. Sorry if I said another V named Victor, but no, Virgil Ortiz Jr. and Golden Boy set for July 14th arbitration. I don't know why it's taken so many goddamn months. These dudes have been in each other's throats, on each other's helmets, no tootie for a long time. So in any event, this is the news. I didn't make it. I'm just reporting it. Let's see here. Virgil Ortiz Jr. and Golden Boy Promotions are scheduled to begin their mediation process in Las Vegas on July 14th, with the unbeaten junior middleweight seeking to extricate himself from the once tight connection with Oscar De La Hoya. So he's trying to get out of his deal, basically, right? That's what that means in layman's. Amid opposing lawsuits, with Texas's Ortiz 24-0, 22 KOs, that's power, claiming his earning power for an anticipated showdown with Jaron Boots Ennis was diminished, bars, while Golden Boy argues Ortiz manager Rick Merrigan sought to move the fighter toward another promoter. The matter is on track for a resolution by September. I'm going to step aside for just a second, y'all, and just close the window because probably got some background noise. Hold on. Bear with me. My bad. Okay. So let's analyze that last paragraph. Get these goddamn pop-ups out the way. Yeah. So he thinks the way that Golden Boy was handling his career, they fucked up the bag, basically, is what he's saying. They're saying that I could have made a lot of money on this, and y'all fucked it up for me because I'm just a fighter. I'm not, in the meeting rooms, and y'all didn't handle business, basically. See, I'm translating. I'm half suburban, half street, so I can like put it in either way, flip the language like that. Nevada District Judge, continuing, Nevada District Judge Christina D. Silva last month sent the case to arbitration and issued an injunction forbidding WBC interim champion Ortiz, 27, from dealing with third parties until a resolution was struck. So he's kind of in purgatory, right? Let me sum this up. He's in purgatory because Golden Boy is not doing right by him, but until this fucking arbitration goes down in 3 more months, he's fucking stuck. He can't negotiate with any other promoter. He can't move on, man. He can't get a fight. So I feel bad for the kid. I'm sorry to hear that. That's unfortunate, champ. I wish that promotions would do right by fighters. People talking about the Ali Act might get overturned, or they might make a fucking amendment, man. Exactly the same thing as the Ali Act, saying your manager and promoter can't be the same. But I'm just saying overall, the business structure in boxing is fucked, and very disappointing, man. You got this kid's 27, never got a title fight. He got the star power, or he could be a champion at a stacked division. But they're playing with signed with next. That's another topic for another day. But basically, I want you to have your freedom, man. I'm trying to keep you on the plantation. And y'all know I'm against that. But yo, and De La Hoya, it's disappointing as a former fighter. I guess he was like, well, I got fucked coming up, so I'm gonna fuck other people. But I don't know what his mindset is, man. He on some weird shit. But I mean, they both Mexican. I wouldn't think he would do his homie dirty like that. But hey, man, I can't expect. I've learn more and more each day. Don't expect other people to behave in the way that you behave. Meaning, like, you got certain standards for yourself, but don't impose them on the world, because people gonna let you down time and time again. Like I said, I want to be consistent. Other motherfuckers are growing on their emotions. I just want to keep it. When the thing is going to be not even able to fight for a whole year. Crazy, crazy and unfortunate. Um, Moving on. I've heard rumors circulating, and it's just talk right now. I normally don't do a lot of speculation, but a fight of this magnitude, in this case, I'm willing to speculate. Bars. Haney and Stevenson. Now, my thing is, this is more of a topic for last week, but I was absent for a while. I got a lot to cover to catch up on. But eye test. You know me, the eye test guy. Definitely think Stevenson is the more skilled fighter. Just in a vacuum, if I said they're both the same size on fight night, then I would definitely pick Stevenson. However, Evans at 147, Stevenson has, but he's also throwing it around that he might be willing to drop back down to 135 again. That tells me that the size disparity is another huge factor that we have to consider in that potential matchup. Do I think it happens? Fuck no. I'll be real off top. Fuck no. But it's something interesting to consider. Just okay. I'm just being a analyst, fantasy matchup, right? So everything that's basically to boil it down. Put the gumbo on the pot. I'm gonna cook it like that. Yeah. Jab, distance control, following the fight game plan. Only occasion I seen Shakur not be super disciplined like that was that Williams Zepeda fight, where he was more willing to engage. He was on the ropes and shit. He was thugging it out. He was in the pocket. Ronto's fight when he had the hurt hand. Again, no excuses, but he showed, okay, y'all think I'm not willing to fucking get in there, with a come forward fighter and really go at it. I'm gonna show y'all differently. So and that he did, right? And people they're gonna hate you for whatever you do. Again, another life lesson. So if he's super disciplined, maintains the distance, boom bop, and just outclasses his opponent, inherently gets caught more, you're exposing yourself to style, then oh shit, he got touched up in that one. So hey, keep doing your thing, Shakur. I'm not a big Shakur fan. I prefer a more exciting style, but just know they're going to hate you regardless about it. Obviously, what you're doing is working. You shit on Tia. You want me $1,500 on that one. Most of my views are still coming from non-subscribers, like 67%. Shout out, what was it? Singapore. Singapore is my second biggest market outside the US. So shout out to all the subs worldwide, man. Y'all keep coming in. Again, like, subscribe. You want to hit the cash app, scrolling across the bottom. $CJ Rich 2026. Let's pull up in a. I don't want to hit the link. I guess everybody is shy, or maybe it's just the time I'm going. Let me say this while I'm on the subject. I'm experimenting with different times for the stream. I used to go at like 4 my time. I went at 1 my time. So we just, I was up here fucking 1 a.m. last night. So I'm just poking around, seeing what works, what doesn't. We're gonna have like a scientific study on this shit. So yeah, I need to gather the data. I'm doing right now, all different times a day. But eventually, I will settle on the time, so y'all know when to expect me, and then we're gonna be consistent. But right now, I'm just trying to put out as much as possible. So we're gonna keep cooking, man. I'm proud of myself at 2 streams in 12 hours. That's a new one for me. So be on it. Be on it. Okay. So off of the hypotheticals, let's get back to some real shit. We got Richardson at 140, and it is moving up to welterweight, right? So that in conjunction with his move to Zuffa last week tells me that these two things are related. Um, Yeah, as y'all know, Zuffa, at least for the time being, because they have, and I think it's due to them not having the volume of fighters they need yet to fill out all these divisions. But basically, they went back to the traditional divisions and added cruiserweight because Opataya was such a big name to sign. But that's the only non-classic, if you will, division that they have over there, meaning they do not have a 140 division. Not only that, but pull this up for you. Shout out AI, shout out Gemini. So y'all should be able to see this as I see it. But before I read through it, I'm gonna say that yo, Bruce Gas in the building. Salute to you, man. Shout out. You're a real dude, man. I appreciate you. OG. Um, anyway, what was I saying? Hitchens. He's been making 140 since he was 16. I just learned that today. So I already thought before this that he was growing out of the division, and this just corroborates my point, right? Um, since 16, that's crazy, and he's not sure. I know he's like in his early to mid 20s, maybe like 24 or something like that. We're gonna dig into it. I'll read through the article with you guys, but real quick, um, is that the right one? Yeah, yeah. In any event, he grew out of the division, so it's just a natural move for him, right? And he's right in that in between where he doesn't quite have the charisma, the mouthpiece, if you will, to make himself a huge star. So I think Zuffa was the right move that can continue to build him and hopefully give him fucking somewhat of a contract like Conor Ben because he's a much more talented fighter than Ben, but without the star power. So I think that Zuffa is a good landing ground for these in between guys that aren't huge stars, but they have some clout. You know, like a baby champion like Hitchens. I hate to, no disrespect, I hate to call him a baby champion, but you know what I mean. He's not fully developed yet, and so yeah. But that him not being able to make 140 just due to getting older makes sense. And he's a tall, lanky dude, and Zuffa having that welterweight division wide open. That's cool. That's a good move for him. In any event, let's read. As of April 20th, 420, yesterday, I didn't get high enough. Anyway, Richardson Hitchens has officially vacated his IBF junior welterweight title, 140, to move up to welterweight, 147, as I just said. Reasons, so now we're digging into it. Reasons for relinquishing the belt. Hitchens and his manager, Keith Connolly, cited two primary reasons for the decision. Outgrowing the division. Okay, so that, wow. I swear I didn't read this before, but damn, I'm fucking like clairvoyant. I got the crystal ball. I see it all. Outgrowing the division. Hitchens stated he has outgrown 140, a weight class he has competed in since he was 16 years old as an amateur. God damn. I swear I didn't read this. Moved to Zuffa Boxing. The vacation follows his signing of a multi-fight deal. Okay, I wonder how many fights that is. With Zuffa Boxing, a new promotion backed by Dana White and Nick Khan. So we know that. I might dig into his deal, but let's continue reading for right now. Impact on upcoming fights. Okay, this is interesting. I didn't touch too much on this. The decision to drop the belt has significant immediate consequences for the 140-pound division. Well, obviously, vacated the belt. Purse bid canceled. A purse bid for a mandatory title defense against Lindolfo Delgado was scheduled for Tuesday, April 21st, 2026, had been canceled. So canceled the purse bid. Delgado is out on his ass. Oh, I'm gonna get into some other shit that brings something else to mind, but we'll keep going for right now. Vacant title fight. The IBF is now expected to order a fight for the vacant championship, likely featuring top contenders Oscar Duarte and Landolfo Delgado. Okay, this is the perfect time to pause for the cause. It is possible that goes down because, if I'm not mistaken, Duarte is three. Don't quote me on that. He's either two or three. But you know who's number four? Is fucking Keyshawn Davis. Imagine if Keyshawn gets another chance to fight for a 140 belt. That's what I was thinking. As soon as Hitchens vacated, I'm thinking, okay, that might be a lane that Keyshawn could slide into. And again, he's number four in the rankings, so it's not out of the question. It's not always one and two that go head to head for the title once the belt is vacated. So interesting and something to keep an eye on. Let's keep going. Welterweight debut. Hitchens is expected to make his 147-pound debut under the Zuffa boxing banner sometime this summer. Okay, well, that's enough for now. But yeah, he really shook things up, man, just by moving up and vacating that belt. I mean, it gives other dudes a chance, and again, gives him a new opportunity to do his thing, at a more natural weight. I think he's like 5'10", and 5'10", 140 is crazy. Not Fundora crazy. It's still crazy to me. Just drop the link again. Anyone want to pull up? See, I think that going at 1 a.m. and 1 p.m., I can go. I can do it. But as far as getting panelists, people are sleeping or people are at work. So I'm going to have to find a time in between. Maybe I'll go back to the 4 p.m. Pacific. My East Coast dudes are already off work. The West Coast dudes are getting off around 5. So as far as panelists, that seems to work a little better. Again, we're experimenting and collecting data. But shout out everyone in the building. Thanks for pulling up. Please like and subscribe on your way in. And we got a couple more things that I would like to touch on. Perfect segue. Now, Haney is at 147, right? With a belt. Hitchens now at 147, former champion, as of yesterday. that is a possibility. I don't think it will be next. I think he's going to do some internal Zuffa shit. But you know that Haney and Bill operate as free agents, so they could at any point pull up for a one fight deal with anyone if possible. So that would be maybe next year, maybe early next year. 1 or 2 fights for Hitchens with Zuffa. Devin maybe takes care of some unfinished business. You know what I'm saying? And we'll see. But again, 2 boxers. Not I am not the boxer guy. I'm the eye test guy, but I favor a more boxer puncher. I want you to be able to cause some damage in that bitch too, not just be super skilled. With all that said, they're both known more as boxers. Haney did surprise us with his power against Norman, right? I mean, at least dropping him. He didn't stop him, but he dropped him and he controlled the fight. So how would I see that playing out if it did come to fruition? Hold on before I get to that. Yo, we got No Duck Zone in the building. Shout out my boy Clarence, man. I seen you out there. I seen you on Instagram, man. Gave you a like. Shout out, man. You doing your thing. Yes, please like, share, subscribe. See, I don't say share enough. Please share this if you like it. Drop it on Facebook for your people and drop it on IG or anywhere. Tell your homeboy, word of mouth. Oh, this dude is speaking some real shit. You might not always agree with him, but he backs his shit up with data. He's not just talking out of his ass. Hopefully that's what y'all say about me. That's how I see it. But yeah, shout out my man No Duck Zone, Clarence in the building. Okay. I lost my train of thought real quick. What were we talking about? We were moving on to Haney and Hitchens, a possibility. How would I see that playing out? Damn. See, again, thinking about this shit in real time. I'm a real motherfucker. I would say Haney is more acclimated to the weight class and naturally slightly bigger. So initially I'm leaning in that direction. Again, both are leaning into their boxing, right? It's going to be a jab fest. It's going to be a thug fest or a slug fest. It's going to be a jab fest. So I'm not saying it's going to be exciting, but if I got to pick a winner, initially I'm going to lean Haney. more experience at the top level. It's not like Hitchens out there fighting Loma and shit. Say what you will about the fight, but it was at least a close competitive fight, right? No matter how you scored it. Speaking of Loma and Haney, but Hitchens hasn't been tested at that level. So, um, oh, Kalia, and I hate to say this, champ. It's just like I'll answer this. Devin. Oh, she says. First of all, let me read the comment. Shout out Kalia in the building. Devin Haney is a good fighter. I don't know why people don't like him. Well, let me tell you something, sister, on some Hulk Hogan shit. Um, it's because of, and it's unfair because Bill out there, like Paul Bearer, being the pro wrestling manager, talking that shit, trying to get his fighter over, as he should, because he's there to fill in that gap. I mean, he raised him to be a great fighter. Not that he is a great trainer, obviously not, but like that's really his role, man. If you're from East Oakland, you used to be a P, popping that mouthpiece for your on behalf of your son from the burbs. So it just makes perfect sense. It's a perfect synthesis, right? But I'm gonna say it like this: the primary reason I hear people cite on the internet is because of his debt. And yeah, it's unfair to judge a man based on his father's actions, but it's just that's the arrangement that works for them, right? So they're gonna keep doing it. I ain't mad at them. Shout out East Oakland. I know people think I'm just assume I'm going to be a Haney fan because I am from the town, and Bill's from the town, East Side O. Straight up take your 304. But no, because again, I'm looking at him in the ring stylistically. I just don't love that style. I appreciate his skill as a boxer, but I'm not a fan because the style doesn't make me jump out of my seat. Right? I'm the Tyson guy, so y'all know where I'm coming from. I'm the Hagler guy. I want somebody that's going, an old school brother that's gonna get in there and thug it out. So these Gen Z dudes, a lot of them don't impress me, but again, I appreciate the talent, the dedication, and I do hope he gets his get back. Well, I'm of two minds about it, right? Because and y'all, my viewership might drop. I don't give a fuck. I didn't get on here to make money, even though the cash app is appreciated. That's not my goal. It's not why I got on here. I came on here to keep it real as a boxing fan. So I'm gonna say this: no matter who likes it and who doesn't. Um, Again, I'm of two minds about it. I don't want to financially incentivize someone to hate on me. So I didn't like Tio and Ryan even getting those fights after the things they've said. And y'all can say, oh, you're sensitive. But I'm under no obligation to financially support someone who openly hates me. I don't care what y'all say. That's not being sensitive. That's being smart and having some pride about yourself. So fuck anyone who disagrees with that as a man. So yeah, I want him to get his, in short, to the point, I want him to get his get back against Ryan, but I don't want Ryan to get a payday. I think Ryan should take the fight for free because he fucking cheated the first one. He owes back taxes on that bitch. So yeah, man. But anyway, I know I got nothing to do with the business. It's probably going to happen at some point. So when that happens, I hope it's a clean fight and may the best man win. So that's where I'm at with it, champ. Uh, but yeah, I think back to my previous point, Hitchens would fall victim to Haney's size and experience and being acclimated at the weight class. That's how I see that. Feel free to disagree. I'll drop the link one more time, but I might have to put a bow on it and get to my actual job, like a little lunchtime stream. Again, just experiment and seeing what works, what doesn't. Oh, okay, we got this. We got the new. Okay, before I move on, I want to address what Kalia said in the chat. I got one or two more topics. She said, "How about if Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, or he fight Ryan Garcia and lose? What would happen to his career?" Uh, Not much. I mean, he's already champ at what? Yeah, 135, 140. Got that off Greg. 150. I don't think it would be a killer. I just want it to be a clean fight, but let's say hypothetically, since you asked a hypothetical question, a lot of people don't even want to honor hypotheticals like, oh, that's not what I want to happen, so I'm not even going to acknowledge that. No, I'm not like that. I'm going to be real. Let's say he does lose to Garcia in a clean fight. What would be the impact on his career? I think he would keep on trucking. They would just say, oh, that one fighter had his number, but you beat all these other champions. I don't think he would stop. And really, I think his stopping point, to put a bow on it, would be at 154. I think that's like his quote unquote natural. If we had same day weigh-ins, that would be a more natural weight for him. Um, so yeah, I think he tops out at 154. We're gonna see how spicy it still is once he gets there, because He ain't even been at 147 for long, but the kid is, big. Only 5'9", but his frame is big. I mean, you guys seen him in the ring. Remember when Loma was like, "This is lightweight. This is lightweight." That shit was cracking me up. Okay, okay. So I hope that addressed your question, Kalia. But yo, we'll do it like this. We got the updated Ring Magazine rankings as of today, maybe yesterday, but if I'm not mistaken, this shit dropped today. So let me share the screen so we can go through this together because there are some things to discuss in regards to this shit. Some of it's good, most of it's good. Some of this shit is out of pocket. All right, so hopefully y'all can see that. Check on that. Yep. All right. So let's go. Usyk #1. I don't think anyone is arguing with that. And this is like unprecedented for a heavyweight to be considered pound for pound #1 for this length of time. Again, if Crawford was still active, we could have a conversation. But I think right now, head and shoulders, Usyk is #1. So let's discuss pound for pound criteria, right? So in my mind, um, it's not how many divisions you move through. It's just that hypothetical, like that notion I invoked earlier. Say these two dudes were the same size in the ring. Who is more skilled? Who would win the fight? All things being equal, just based on skill. And since he's doing it to way bigger dudes, no Tootie, he did it at cruiserweight and then moved up and beat fucking like 300-pound dudes and shit, damn near. Yeah, shout out Usyk. So he's proven that he can even in a vacuum, he can overcome the size disadvantage. So we've seen it, right? So shout out Usyk, man, one of my favorites current fighters. I wish he wasn't fighting that goddamn kickboxer. Don't get me wrong. I am gonna shit on him for that because I keep it fair across the board. But as far as what I've seen from him in the ring so far, I got no complaints. I wish he would have even fought like a Wilder, put a bow on the era, beat all these top guys. You beat Joshua, you beat Fury, fight a Wilder, fight one of I don't know, one of the up and comers, fight a Caballel, even a fucking Itama or a Wardley would have been cool. Just not the kickboxer. That's the only complaint I'm nitpicking now because he ain't done no bullshit before. So I guess everyone gets one pass, right? As long as you're not cheating, taking steroids, you can take a bullshit fight, I suppose. Anyway, Usyk. #2, we got your man Naoya. I can never pronounce his first name right, but anyway, I can do that one. Yeah, eye test guy, absolutely, man. He's been very impressive. Coming up on the end of it, you can see his age here, 33. Um, Impressive, man. I mean, I got no complaints. I do want him to move up to 126. That you may say that's asking too much, a bridge too far, but he said himself he got like what 2 more fights at 122, and then he himself is planning to move it up to 126 to feather and put a bow on his career right there. So I wish we could get that Bam fight, and we'll get to him in just a second. As you see, he's on the list. But no, I got no complaints for anyway, man. He's taking on the best at his size. I know some people don't respect the smaller fighters, but based on what we see in the ring, I don't know what more you could ask for. Okay. Now we got #3. We got Shakur Stevenson, 138 pounds. That's weird. I guess that was his last weigh in. That's not a weight class. But okay, Shakur. I think, again, no hate. I respect his boxing skills. This is a bit high, in my opinion, because he's only had that one signature fight. Um, a bit high in my opinion, but hey, he definitely deserves to be in the top 10. So I'm not gonna shit on the kid. Shout out to him. I've seen him commentating on Pro Box and shit. He's pretty good at that too. So I wish nothing but the best for him, but I do want him to mix it up. So he's at 140 officially now. Let's just assume he's going to stay at 140. I do. He got a belt there. Fuck it. He's not getting any younger. You got a lot of guys at 140. Some people say 140 is the hottest. I say 154, but it's definitely top 2. So flip of a coin. I say all that to say there's a lot of opponents up there to be had, great fights to be made. Even like a Matias, even the guys with 1 or 2 losses are still fucking big threats up there. A Pollo, a Pato, a lot of guys, not to mention the other champions. So, okay. Shakur, again, 3 is a little bit high for me, but cool. I'm not going to throw dude out the window. Moving on, we got Bam, Jesse Rodriguez at #4. Again, eye test guy. What more can you ask for? Only thing is missing is you don't know his opponents. But when you see this motherfucker fight, what doesn't he do well? You feel me? You got the power, you got the footwork, different dimensions to his game. Uh, very disciplined. He doesn't really get touched like Inoue now I'm thinking about it. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I've seen him drop like that. I know Inoue got dropped at least twice, but hey, still a very young man, 26, so the sky is the limit. And he's one of my favorite rather current fighters. I would say Bam and Abdullah Mason are my favorite active fighters. But shout out to Bam. I think 4 or 5, perfect spot for him. Speaking of number 5, we got Bivol, Dimitri Bivol on the list, getting up there in age, 35. But the guy is a wrecking machine, like I said on Rocky, right? He's gonna come at you with that relentless pressure, that 1-2. Fucking, he always looks big in the ring, man. You see what he did to Canelo and how he took out. I thought he beat better BF twice. Cool, you can say 1-1. But no, I love what I've seen from this guy. It took him a long time to get his shine. He didn't get it till his early 30s, really with that Canelo fight. But since then, he's been on fire. He's getting that turkey bag and becoming somewhat of a star, even though he's very stoic and very Russian with his shit. Yeah, man. Shout out to him. Next, we got Junto Nakatani. So we talk Inoue, now we talking Nakatani. Number 6. Okay, so a smaller dude, slightly smaller than Inoue, right? And younger. We did see him be vulnerable in his last fight. I mean, he's undefeated. So again, nitpicking. But I wish they would have made that Nakatani Inoue fight before that, like right off top, instead of having them on the same card, where one of them would have a chance to look underwhelming. That was unfortunate, but hey, we're getting it in like a week here or so. I think next weekend, very soon. I know that. So shout out to him. I'm glad they were still able to make the fight, but he's got a tall task ahead of him. But yo, it's great to see 2 current fighters on the pound for pound list mixing it up. I mean, how often do we see that nowadays? So hey, shout out to both of them. I like Nakatani. I do have Inoue. It's like a 60-40 though, so it's not out of the question, but I got Inoue. I've been more impressed by Inoue. All right, now we're getting towards the bottom of the top 10. We got David, the Mexican monster, Benavidez. Hold on, let me take a quick pause for the cause. Yep, thank you for the support. My boy NDZ Clarence says, get those likes up. Please get the likes up. More engagement. Put me in the algorithm, y'all. If I'm going to be going live every day going forward, please do your part. Like and subscribe. Put me in the algorithm. Again, if you feel so inclined, drop that Cash App, $CJ Rich 2026. But no, at the minimum, please hit that like button. It's super free, and you're already in here in the building already. Shout out my man Yayan. What up? What up? You must be just about getting off work, huh? It's about 5 o'clock out there east. Shout out to my East Coast cats and my Bay Area players. Okay, back to the Ring Magazine rankings. Let me shut this down. Okay, let's go. Yeah, we're talking about David Benavidez. Just now moving up to cruiserweight, right? So had a couple fights, 2 or 3, if I'm not mistaken, at 175 after getting ducked, and I'll continue to say ducked at 168 by your boy Canelo, who we were talking about earlier. But that's the past, right? They're not gonna fight. Fuck it, I'm over it. It's like a breakup happened a long time ago. But now moving up to cruiserweight to take on Zurdo, also very soon, for two titles. And to me, I touched on this last night, but I'm gonna continue to say it. To me, that's enough, man. People saying he got to fight Opataya right away after moving up yet another division to unify. That's crazy, man. The unification at a new division. Again, I'm Mr. Consistency. I'm not gonna say, oh, I don't like this guy, so he got to do more. I'm gonna keep moving the goalposts, man. Fuck all that. That's bitch made. Excuse my language. Well, don't excuse my language. Fuck it. That's bitch made to me to say that a dude moving up to yet another weight class, moving up 25 pounds to get 2 titles, that's not enough. Y'all are crazy, man. Shout out my man Mo that he came into mind. I'm not saying you bitch made Mo, but I will never agree with you on that that's not enough. Shout out Mo though. Okay. So that's where Benavidez is at, and I think he got that. I'm like 70-30 on that, man. I'm almost positive. I never like to put too much sauce on it because it is boxing, and especially at the bigger weight class, this shit can happen. but I just don't see a universe where Zerto can beat Benavidez. So shout out Benavidez. I would have him maybe slightly higher, 6, but that's again nitpicking. Anyway, so let's round it out. The rest of the top 10, we got your boy Devin Haney. I know that's gonna excite a lot of people. Be very polarizing one way or another. You're gonna say, "No, Ryan beat his ass. How could it be up there? He's not undefeated." And then I'm gonna say, "Well, we don't know how much the PEDs helped them until you come up with a mathematical formula." Again, I'm the engineer. You got to quantify some shit for me. Until I see a mathematical formula that proves how much PEDs did or did not help Ryan, which I know I'm being facetious. That's fucking impossible. None of us know. I just want a clean fight. I don't want to have to guess how much some shit helps somebody. Just be clean, and we don't have to guess. Anyway, little rant. And again, I'm not the biggest Haney fan in the world. I know my girl Kalia is, but I just want shit to be fair, man, across the board. So again, not playing favorites. Cool. Haney in the top 10. I'm not against it, especially given how we about to round out this list. And goddamn, let's tell you, boxing is drier than a nun's pussy right now. Because at 9 and 10, I'll just fucking put them together. We got Oscar Col, and no disrespect to these cats. I mean, they whoop my ass, even being smaller dudes. But Oscar Collazo and Emmanuel Navarrete. How the fuck did Navarrete sneak in to the ring top 10? And if you don't believe me, let's look at, they have it right here, his last 5 fight results. Win, draw, win, loss, win. Is that top 10 material? What the fuck are we talking about, champ? No hate to the young man. He's just not in my top 10. This is fucking insane to me. Um, yeah, that's upsetting, man. Like, I mean, Collazo snuck in last month. I wasn't super against that. Again, at least he has fucking 5 wins in a row. I think he's unproven. Not enough of a track record. What does it say? 13-0, 10 KO. It's cool. We got some power, but 13 fights just ain't enough for me. But fucking Navarrete is crazy. 42 and 1. 40 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, I should say. To expound. But yeah, I'm not with that, champ. You could think of a lot of other guys that could have breached there. So, okay, I'm not going to be a hypocrite. If not Navarrete, again, I'm thinking about this shit in real time with y'all. If not Navarrete, who would I put in there? Good question. Um, damn, even a Hitchens, man. Just because it's on the top of mind, we were talking about him earlier. Hitchens. Well, really, I would have Obataia. Let me be real. That's really my number 10. So maybe even number 9 above Collazo. But yeah, Obataia not being in there and goddamn Navarrete being that's blasphemy, champ. I can't fuck with it. That's insane to me. But shit, what do I know? I'm just a fan with the mic in his hand. Hey, good luck to all these guys, but he's just undeserving to me. So, with that being said, I think I got the data I needed for today. Again, y'all like and subscribe. Tell your homies we talk real boxing over here. We also talk some BS, but at least I put it out there. When it's gonna be a BS stream, that's what it's gonna be. We talking boxing, straight boxing. I talked straight boxing today and last night. So I'm showing y'all I can do that too. I'm very versatile. I'm a man of many traits. Maybe a master of nothing, but I'm a jack of all trades, baby. So that's how we doing it over here. I know a lot. I know a little bit about a lot of shit. That's all I like to say. So with that, thanks everyone for pulling up. I may or may not be back tonight. I mean, if the mood is right, this shit is going well. Internet holding up. I didn't get that fiber, but this Ethernet is it's okay. It seems like to be working for right now. So, hey, shout out to y'all. Blessings. Everyone have a good rest of your day. Probably see you later. Peace out.